So this is my crazy story on how I finally grew my marketing agency to $100,000 per month. If you're an agency owner that's looking to scale and grow past 100K, you're definitely gonna wanna listen to this video. So here's a quick recap from the last video. Me and Anthony scaled to 50K per month in reoccurring revenue. It's just me and him with one VA holding the fort down in our new penthouse in downtown San Diego. We're super niched down in the chiropractic and medical space, taking clients to dinner. Life is good. We set our next big goal. We want to hit $100,000 per month. This is where we face our new challenges and obstacles. So what I want to do is break this video down into two parts. The first part is the obstacles and challenges that kept us stuck at $50,000 per month and made it really difficult to unleash growth to 100K. The second part is the light bulb idea moment that exploded our agency to 100K and beyond. So one of the major challenges and pain points we faced at 50K per month that really started to hurt was client retention. Clients were leaving every single month, blaming us on lead quality, and what really hurt us was the fact that their staff had a very difficult time handling leads, getting them scheduled, and bringing them into their doors. So regardless of how many phone calls we were generating from our marketing and how many inquiries they were getting, if the phones weren't being answered and the staff wasn't calling the leads back, it didn't matter because the marketing campaign wasn't going to get results. So overall, it was very frustrating and it was hard to hold their staff accountable who really didn't care. So the second major pain point and challenge that we faced at 50K was the fact that we started to be commoditized as an agency. As I was taking sales calls, I was getting more and more objections, really along the lines of, what makes you better than XYZ agency? They do it for so much cheaper. Why should I go with you? Blah, 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 blah. So we were commoditized and it was hard for us to sell because people were offering the same exact service for so much cheaper and we didn't have a big differentiator on why our service was so much better than everyone else's. Yet again, I felt like a hamster on a wheel. We were a commoditized agency. Prospects were going with cheaper companies and it just made it that much harder to sell and bring on new business. So here we are, we have a big problem with client retention. At the same time, we're being commoditized. It's harder to bring on new clients at our price point. My anxiety is starting to really drive up through the roof. Life is getting pretty complicated. Although we're still making a good amount of money, it just really bothers me that about 20% of our clients are not getting the results that I really want them to get. Every morning I woke up, I wasn't sure which client would be canceling today. The candle was burning at both ends. We were working so hard to bring on 5 to 10 new clients every single month, but at the same time, 5 to 10 clients were canceling every single month. So I ended up developing a strategy on how I'd hop on a Zoom call with our client staff every single week to train them how to answer the phones and how to call leads properly to get them in the door. But it just wasn't working. So I ended up hiring Anthony Olivieri, one of my good friends from high school who ended up being our third team member of Digital Aux. The main strategy here was Anthony had a lot of sales experience and he had experience working with doctors. So we took him from Doctable. He started to work with us. So the whole goal was for Anthony to completely take over the account management department so that he can closely work with the staff, train them on the phones, hold them accountable so that the clients could get better results, so that we could retain more clients, so that we could fix this really leaky bucket that was going on in our agency. So at this stage, it's the three of us. We have Anthony Talavera handling all the client fulfillment for the ads. We have Anthony Olivieri now completely taking over account management and communication, staff training. And I'm over here being relentless on sales, acquiring more sales calls, and really just looking at the entire strategy overall. So 3 months down the road with our new setup, we are still stuck. It is not working. I have a lot of anxiety. I'm truly bothered that my clients aren't getting the results that I want them to get. And overall, we're making right around $40,000 a month in profit, but life just didn't feel good because I knew at the end of the day, clients were canceling and they weren't happy. So right around this time, the universe introduces me to Sam Ovens. He has a free YouTube channel and he drops a video, why you should eat your customers' complexities. This video is about how the best businesses eat their customers' complexities so that they don't have to. Immediately I think our client's complexity is the fact that they struggle with phones. They struggle with handling leads, which is causing them to get terrible results in marketing, which is also causing us to lose them as a client. So I get a light bulb moment. If our leads suck so bad, then why don't we take all the calls for one client and really see how bad it really is? Let us taste our own medicine. So that's exactly what we do. I get with the team, I say, hey, let's pick one client who's complaining about leads, lead quality, and we know that they're struggling on the phones. Let's completely take over those calls and let's see what happens. So that's exactly what we do. We pick one client. The month just ended. They had 3 people who walked through the door, which was pretty bad. Anthony Olivieri completely takes over the calls for the next 30 days, and you're not gonna believe what happened. He got 14 people through the door. The client closed 6 new clients, bringing in $21,000 in revenue. And we all looked at each other and realized this is a huge business opportunity. So 2 big key takeaways that we learned from this 30-day trial sort of experiment, if you will, was 1, our client was begging us to continue to take calls for his office because he realized that when we did it and we did it exactly how we were training his staff on how to do it, they actually got good results. So he was like, hey, what can we do, or what can you guys do to continue doing this? Because I like what you guys just did. So we ended up upselling him $750 additional for Anthony to take the calls. The second thing was we realized internally as a team that our marketing strategy was very effective as long as the phones were being handled properly. So we continue to take calls for his office. However, internally we have a conversation. There's just no way Anthony can take the calls for that office and be an account manager to all of our clients. Something was gonna break. He was gonna be spread way too thin. But we move forward as is, although we know that this is an unsustainable model on what we just upsold our client. So right around this time, Sam Ovens is dropping more videos, and he drops this key video about long-term thinking, moats, and asymmetric business warfare. And I get this huge light bulb, come to Jesus business idea. This video is about decimating your competition by building a huge competitive advantage in your marketplace, solving problems, very complex problems that no one else is solving, that is gonna require a lot of time, a lot of money, and a lot of resources. And then I start thinking, if I can figure out a way to build a sales team to do all the lead follow-up and all the scheduling for our clients exactly how we're doing it for that one client, then 1, our clients are gonna get far better results in return on investments, which is gonna allow them to retain longer. But at the same time, nobody else is solving this crazy complicated problem. No one else is helping clients in the marketplace do this. So if we can figure it out, not only are we gonna have a huge differentiating factor for our agency, but I know that this is gonna require a lot of employees, a lot of time. It's gonna be very expensive and complicated. And if we can figure it out, it's gonna be very hard for others to replicate. That was the moment I was willing to risk absolutely everything. I refused to be a commoditized agency, staying the same as everybody else. Although I knew this was gonna be extremely complicated, there was no proven model, there was no guarantees, I knew it was the right move. Another huge, massive push right along this time is I was reading Sam Walton's book, Made in America, and one of his huge key tips was to swim upstream when everyone's swimming downstream, and that was the final push to where I knew that we needed to solve this massive problem that no one else was solving. So first step, I get with the team, we discuss the new vision, everyone's on board. We know that the next step from there is we need to hire our first salesperson so that they can start to take calls for our clients and remove Anthony from that equation. So what do? I go on Indeed, I type in the full job post, and we get our first sales rep, Amber, and she's fully ready to go within 2 weeks. The moment she got her first schedule and her first prepay, we knew that we were off to the races. Here's a quick video of what that looked like. Let's go! Woo! Let's go! We increased our prices from $1,500 to $2,200. We started to really build out the internal structures and frameworks. We filled up Amber, and that's when we knew we were ready for our second sales rep. We then hire Ricky Haynes, a super good friend from high school, get him all trained up, start to give him new clients. We're upselling internal clients onto our new full service program, continue to build out the systems and the operations. Now it's the 5 of us in the penthouse office with desks everywhere, whiteboards, super exciting times. That's when we realized that we need a bigger office space to fulfill our mission. So my penthouse lease is ending right around this time. We're doing $70K a month, which is the biggest months we've ever had. I start searching around the San Diego market for new office space, and that's when we land our next office. So we secure our new office space in Mission Valley, San Diego. There's plenty of space for us to grow with employees. There's plenty of parking, and it really just fits our mission and vision of building out this sales floor. So we quickly move in and immediately get back to hiring on Indeed and ZipRecruiter. Ricky and Amber at full capacity, so we need to create more spots so that we can scale to 100K. Instead of hiring one sales rep, I get antsy and I hire 3 sales reps. This gives us the amount of spots so that when we fill them up, we will definitely achieve our 100K per month goal. So I end up running our first Facebook ad campaign. I spent $2,500 with our new messaging on how we do all the marketing and we do all the appointment setting. And this is what happened. We got 40 sales calls and I closed 25 clients within the first 30 days for $2,500 ad spend. We then shoot past $100,000 per month. We hit our goal. We have 5 sales reps. Everyone's at full capacity and we have so much momentum rolling into the future. As a celebrating factor, I buy my dream car at the time, an all-white BMW M4. So some big key takeaways you could take from this video is 1, what can you do that others can't? 2, solve complex problems that no one else is solving. 3, aim to provide the most value in your marketplace. And 4, when everyone is swimming downstream, swim upstream. So that's it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, go ahead, click the like button. If you have any comments or questions, go ahead, leave those down below. I will personally respond to those. And lastly, subscribe because I'm gonna be dropping a lot of agency SMMA content every single week, and I have a lot of videos that might be able to help you scale your agency.